Well, that rain has to go somewhere, so Bruce Hafner's up in Lions Roofing News Chopper. He's got it covered, too. He's finding all the flooded parking lots and things like that. Good morning, Bruce.
Good morning, and Cameron said no water on the roadways because it's in the Indian Bend Wash. You know that greenway between Scottsdale Road and Hayden, and let me give you a shot. We flew the whole wash. Now this starts up at the 51 and Cactus and goes all the way down through Scottsdale into Tempe. And look at this. This woman want to get a shot of her bicycle in front of that big tree that fell down in the Continental Golf Course. That golf course underwater, that is also part of the Indian Bend Wash. And there's the wash as it goes down. Beautiful little area. They've made parks all along there, and as we go along, this was the coolest thing we saw this morning as far as a water feature. This water feature in the Indian Bend Wash down there around McDowell. Look at that. That is a really cool little thing that they've turned into sort of a cool water feature when it does rain and it needs to drain all that water down there. So as we move on further down, it's going on down into the Salt River. That's where all this water heads. So everything that drains down to the Salt River. You can see the Indian Bend Wash doing its job. But you know what? And there's the Salt River and all the water going in there. Now, let me give you a shot, because as we went back, we saw over by Big Surf, right behind Big Surf, there's this, let me back that up, there's a golf driving range. Look at this, Scott. You're not going to be able to swing balls or hit balls without hitting somebody in the head there, because the netting is down there, and those big, huge telephone poles came down in that storm last night. So that's what it looks like. Can you believe that?
No.
Wow.
These winds have been intense.
And then, last but not least, how'd you like to have to clean that?
No,
Big Surf?
no, thank you.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, man, those filters are going to be working overtime.
It's a little more realistic, I guess. It's a little more like a beach.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. Maybe it'll be free admission if you bring your own pool net.
Hey, that's a good idea.
No.
Clean it up.
I think a lot of people are going to be spending some quality time with their pool cleaners out there today. So pretty big storms last night. Once again, we got the dust, the wind, but it was all about that flooding out there. So the rainfall amounts are pretty impressive when you take a look at these. They fell in such a short amount of time. Tempe, right near where the US 60 was closed, 3.63 inches of rain. East Mesa, 2.5 inches. And all of this was in about an hour's worth of time. About 1.5 inches in Chandler, just shy of that out in Apache Junction, Guadalupe. Most of these East Valley locations, but some City West, Peoria, we had some storms that kind of clipped through the Northwest Valley as well and dumped some heavy rain, strong winds there as well. This morning we're a bit cooler thanks to last night's shower. 77 at Sky Harbor. By the way, Sky Harbor picked up just about 1/10 of an inch of rain, 11/100ths to be exact. 75 this morning in Gilbert and Tempe. 78 if you're headed out the door in Scottsdale, and we're up to 80 in Glendale. We are looking at temperatures slowly climbing this morning into the 80s, then the 90s, then this afternoon about 102. Our storm chances are really greatest during the evening hours tonight. So we see that big drop in temperatures later. We've got about a 50% chance for storms tonight. More flooding, strong winds, another concern.
All right, who wants some good news? We've got some good news from a traffic standpoint. You know, for hours, the US 60 ramp, the eastbound ramp to the Loop 101, has been shut down because of last night's storm. Just a couple of minutes ago, they reopened that ramp, so you can use it, and you can see here cars already doing just that. Let me show you why it was shut down. This was a shot earlier from Bruce Hafner in the Lions Roofing News Chopper. The ramp was completely covered in mud, but they managed to move all of the debris off of the road, so now you can use the ramp.